प्रणाम, राधे राधे। मेरा नाम पंडित महेश शास्त्री है और मैं सियाटल वाशिंगटन में रहता हूँ एंड आई एम द पंचांग मेकर ऑफ mypanchang.com. So I just realized this is going to be for Australia, Fiji and New Zealand, so I have to switch to English. So anyway, so we have Pandit Vishal Sharma, who is a very reputed priest in Australia. Also we have Pandit Vimal Sharma, who is also very reputed priest in Australia. They both belong to Melbourne. So, and Pranam Radhe Radhe. So, welcome to you guys. So, the reason for having this stream is Pandit Vishal ji and Pandit Vimal ji is lately I'm getting a lot of messages on email and also on my Panchang web page and also on my Panchang Facebook page and my Facebook profile messages, like Facebook Messenger, that what is the correct date for Mahashivaratri, because there are 2, 3 dates are follow, like, spreading around. We also had a stream few, like a week back, and then we have a few. Let me check if you can hear me or not. So, can you guys hear me?
ठीक है, सुनाई दे रहा है पंडित जी।
सुनाई दे रहा है
बहुत-बहुत
ना?
धन्यवाद देते हाँ।
विशाल जी को बहुत कम। अभी 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 कैसा है?
ठीक है, ठीक है।
ठीक है ना?
प्रॉपर सुनाई दे रहा है।
अभी तो परफेक्ट है ना?
हाँ,
तो
हाँ।
अभी तो ठीक है ना?
जी।
Okay. So because I got a lot of messages on Facebook page, on email, and on WhatsApp, like people asking me what the correct Mahashivaratri date, because some people are saying it should be on March 8th, some people are saying March 9th. I saw some page also on Facebook. Somebody forwarded me actually on my Panchang messaging system that, Pandit ji, these guys are saying this. And so what should be the correct date? And we had a stream couple of weeks back with the Vishal ji and others to explain what correct date should be. So let me tell you, reiterate it. Okay. So what we had a date was, if you are in United States, Canada, South America, Caribbean, Europe, Africa, South Africa, Middle East, China, Pakistan, India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, and Singapore, Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, your Mahashivaratri, and Perth, Australia, not entire Australia. It's March 8. But if you are on the east of Perth, then the game is little bit changed. Why it is changed? Then because the date is March 9 for Sydney, Brisbane, Adelaide, Melbourne, and then Auckland, New Zealand, Fiji, Suva, Nandi, all of them have March 9, including Japan. Russia is also March 8. So the thing is, why? The thing is, the people, I heard many things, like people say because Australia is in comes before India, sunrise is first, so we have to subtract the time from Indian Panchang. And I keep explaining this many times, that if you are an online meeting, let's say you have to attend at 10 a.m. Indian time, and you are in Australia, because nowadays everything is all working remote, right? People are hiring people everywhere. So if you have to attend such meeting, which starts in Australia at 10 a.m., which starts in India at 10 a.m. So I will ask question to Vishal ji, what time it will be Sydney and what time it will be in Melbourne?
वो तो बस हम तो एडजस्ट करते हैं अगर इंडिया में कोई 10 बजे मीटिंग स्टार्ट करता है, इफ दे स्टार्ट इंडिया एट 10 एएम, देन
Hmm.
आई विल इवेंचुअली ऐड फॉर ऑस्ट्रेलिया। अगर डे लाइट सेविंग चल रहा है तो 5 एंड हाफ आवर्स जोड़ देंगे उसमें,
Hmm.
ताकि हम सेम टाइम पर आ सके। नहीं तो पहले आकर क्या करेंगे? ब्लैंक स्क्रीन ही होगा।
So you will not attend from 10 minus 5.5 hours, right? You will
None.
add it to that time difference, right? So the Tithi is like a celestial event, like Tithis start like online meeting starting at 10 a.m. in India. Tithi is also like that. Tithi also starts basically all tithis calculation require very good knowledge of actually mathematics. If you are using Greek Ganita base, you need to have a knowledge of spherical trigonometry, vector interpolations, and some yes, so something like this. Also, you need to know about Surya Siddhantam. If you are preparing Surya Siddhantam based Panchangam, which also has sine cosine tables actually. So Indian astronomy is very old. Let me tell you, it's more than 5,000 years old, Indian astronomy. And then all those tithis are calculated geocentric, means from center of the earth. So how do you calculate? So you need a prime meridian. So right now the prime meridian is GMT, which is London. Okay. But in if you are using Surya Siddhanta, it will be Ujjain. And then you have to apply your Deshantar Sanskara, the Rekhantar, basically from Ujjain, the time difference. So all Panchangas are Driganita base are calculated from the using the UTC. UTC is nothing but a GMT without daylight saving time. Simple as that. And if I am preparing a Panchang for India, I will add 5 hours 30 minutes. If I am making Panchang for United States, I will for summertime I will subtract 7 hours. For winter time, I will subtract 8 hours. So Tithi is a celestial event and at the same time all over the world basically, period. So if I say in India, Chaturdashi Tithi begins at 10 hours and 28 minutes, for example. So you have to add the similar time, 5 hours 30 minutes. It will be uh, somewhere around in
3
3
a.m.
hours 3:50 or
4 4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Yeah.
in your time zone. It will not start before. And then the rule for Mahashivaratri is very simple. Maha Madhyaratri Vyapini, which is the eighth Muhurta, is so I'm going to go through it. I'm going to share my screen. So I'm going to share the screen. So what we are doing here is that this is the rule for Mahashivratri. So this is a rule for Mahashivratri. So what time is so the rule is Nishita Kala Vyapini is important. If prevails for both the days means or like both days means on the eighth Muhurta on the both the days, okay, or Ekadesha, okay, means one part of the eighth muhurta because it may not prevailing for the entire eighth muhurta because tithi is not like rises at the sunrise and so that doesn't rule apply or it doesn't start at the midnight, period. And if it so you need to take the second day. If it is one part on the first day and one part on the next day, you have to take the next day. Simple. If it prevails completely on the first day and one part on the second day, then the first day. If it prevails completely on the second day and one part on the first day, then also you take second day. But if it doesn't prevail any day during the Nishita, then second day. Because in Sydney, Melbourne, it doesn't prevail during the Nishita Kala. So that's why we have to take 9. Okay. So, and then I'm giving the Mahashivratri calculation for Sydney, Australia. And I will encourage those whoever are giving the dates on March 8, please submit me this calculation like this because I love calculation. I love mathematics. Panchanga is totally mathematics. You cannot just pull out some vague rules, from Dharma Shastra. Okay. So for Sydney, Australia, calculation from mypanchang.com. March 8th sunrise is what? 6 a.m. 50 minutes 21 seconds. And sunset happens at 19 hours 21 minutes 53 seconds. And March 9th sunrise is at 6:51:10. So that means and Trayodashi Tithi ends in India. If you want to suppose, derive the calculation from India based Panchang. So let's say Trayodashi Tithi ends in India at 21:58:03. When Trayodashi Tithi ends, Chaturdashi will start. Period. All over the world at the same time. At the 5 hour 30 minutes Sydney time difference. So Trayodashi ending time will be March 9, 3 hour 28 minutes and 03 seconds. Okay. So that is what it comes in Trayodashi ending time and Chaturdashi starting time. And what is the Ratri Mana? 11 hours 29. What is Ratri Mana? Take the sunset of the March 9. And thus, they take the sunrise of the March 9 and sunset of the March 8. So that difference, which is like 6:51 a.m. on March 9 and 6 and 19:21:53 on March 8, the sunset, that gives the Ratri Mana, total duration of 11:29. You divide into 15 equal parts. So this is what table here, if you take a look at the table here, this is what the current table here is. So because sunset is 19:21:23, and so 15 equal parts, so Ratri Muhurta comes 45 minutes for each duration. Muhurta is the duration. Each 15 part, 1/15 part is called Muhurta. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8th Muhurta is 24:42:55, means March 9, 1 like 00:42 a.m. 55 seconds to 1:28:51. In this, Chaturdashi has to prevail in order for March 8 to be even considered. Now, what time Trayodashi ends? 3:28. So during this time, Trayodashi is prevailing. There is no Chaturdashi, period. Matter ends there. Nishita Kala Muhurta starts at this time, and then so Trayodashi doesn't end between these times. What I have given here, 00:42:55 to 1:28:51 on March 8, 9 and March 9th morning. It ends on 3:28. Hence, Mahashivaratri in Sydney is on March 9. Doesn't matter what time it ends, whether it is Amavasya Vidya or not. Doesn't matter. So this is, and same thing I have given for Melbourne. Same thing. Melbourne sunrise is 7:13:12, sunset is 19:49, and then the same thing the in Sydney also, in Melbourne also it's end at 3:28, and because sunrise sunset time is a bit different, so you will see here the 8th muhurta starts at 1:08 a.m. till 1:54:20 a.m. on March 9. Why we can calculate 24, 25, 26, 27? Because the Hindu day does not end at midnight. It ends at this from sunrise to sunrise. So we calculate, and that is what you will see in old Panchanga, duration of the Tithi in Ghatikas. Simple. So in modern mathematics, we use calculate. So if it is so 23:37 means 11:37 p.m. 24:23 means next day 00:23. That's how you have to treat. And you will find this Panchanga timing way of calculating is in government of India's Rashtriya Panchanga, Janmabhoomi Panchanga, and all Drigganita based Panchanga, very well known in India, like Kal Nirnay, which is like pretty much most people will have on their wall, the Kalmanek. Okay, I'm not doing any promotion here. Okay, let me see very clearly. This is not paid by anyone. If I have to promote, I will promote mypanchak.com because that is my site. Okay, and so that is the same thing happens. If you look at it, same thing happens with Suva Fiji. So Fiji is very calculation. Same thing for New Zealand also. So and then the rules for that is are very clear. We have seen, and it is backed by the various agamas. So I am. If I have to make panchang, I will first check agama. Okay. So agama, what is agama? Is Dharma Shastra. And then so I will, for Shiva related festival, I will check Shiva Agama. Okay. For Krishna related festival, I will check Vaishnava Agama. So that's what I would do basically. So I will do basically refer to the Agama. So, and then if I don't get the answer in the Agama, then only I will go to Dharma Sindhu, Nirnay Sindhu, and everything. Whatever rules I have given is from Agama. Simple as that. It is very simple. It is from Agama. It is from Agama. So Agama is very high level than this thing. And if I share my screen again, and this is a quote from Dharma Sindhu, Ata Shivratri, Sanishita Vyapini Grahya Sa Nishitha Vyapini Grahya means right, you have to take the Nishita Muhurta. निशिस्तस्तु रात्रे अष्टमो मुहूर्त ityuktam. Eighth muhurta is very good in that period. So but if you, I have said, I have, because for ease of understanding, I have compiled this in English, plain English language. If you have want to question my translation, go get it translated by any expert on this matter of Sanskrit. I have no problem. But bring the proof. I cannot take it, oh, because my mother said so, my father said so, somebody said so. Brother, trust me. Bro, trust me. Okay. For me, I will trust only agamas and calculation, mathematics. So for those watching this, my Facebook live, YouTube live, on my profile and on my Panchang web page, my Panchang Facebook page. So this is very clear. Again, I am reiterating, and for that, if you are in USA, Canada, South America, Europe, Caribbean, Africa, Middle East, South Africa, Russia, China, Pakistan, India, Nepal, Kazakhstan, anything in between, Sri Lanka, and then Myanmar, Vietnam, Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, and Perth, Western Australia. That is the cutoff line. Perth, Western Australia. That is up to March 8th. Anything east of Perth, Western Australia, major cities, it will be on March 9th. If you are little bit on nearby Perth, it will be still March 8th. But if you want to check, visit mypanchang.com and click, or you can go, I would say am.mypanchang.com. I would type in here am.mypanchang.com. It should detect the location very quickly, like I am typing here. So it should quick, and it should, depending on your where you are, it will give you the exact city. Or if you're not sure, type Australia and your city's name, it should come right away, and it will give you the correct date for Mahashivaratri.
Th- Thank you, Panditji. It's a very nice and very clear, and probably just some people are quoting Nirnay Sindhu and saying it cannot be combined. It should be combined with Triyodasi as the best one. Um, I think we have to be very mindful, as Panditji has said, that Agam is a top, and if you don't have answers, then Dharam Sindhu and Nirnay Sindhu could be a bit confusing. But we just should not float rules and interpret rules for our own benefit, or if we have done something, then cover those with the rules interpreting incorrectly, isn't it, Panditji? That's
Yes.
Agam.
So
That's Agam.
because, yes, I would say I have read that Facebook post. I do not know who is posted, nor I care. Basically, all I care about mathematics. I saw those mathematics. It doesn't make sense. Somebody says, "Oh, because it is with Amavasya, we cannot take it." Show me the proof. Because if Chaturdashi doesn't prevail during the previous day, during the Nishita Kala, you have to take the next day, Amavasya or not. The minimum duration of the for the Tithi is 19 hours, maximum is 26 to 27 hours. So it doesn't matter. Then the Suryodaya Vyapini Tithi will be ruling it, because if it doesn't prevail both the day, then because if it doesn't prevail on the Nishit Kala, say Nishit Kala ends around 2 a.m., and if you add 19, definitely it will hit the Pradosha Kala. It's a simple mathematics. 2 plus 19, minimum Tithi duration 21 9 p.m. and we are in the March. March is like closer to equinox, so sunset will be around 7, between 7 to 7:30 maximum, unless you are into extreme southern hemisphere, right? Then you will not, then panchang you will not be doing Mahashivaratri anyway, because then you will have a 24 hours day and 24 hours night, but we are not that area. So I would say is our panchang is very scientific. Please do not make it unscientific by pulling the rules from your own pocket. You know what? I may not be right all the time, and whenever I have erred, I have accepted it. To err is human, but to forgive is divine. So uh, I mean, to accept it is even higher. You know that I have erred. That makes one great man, right? So I have erred. Mm, yeah, I am a human being. But now with the computer calculations, people will not add. So the calculation, well, they can still add if the program is wrong. But we make panchanga. I make panchanga for 90% temples in the United States. I mean, they trust me. Why would they? Well, if I'm wrong, why would they call me to make panchangam anyway to begin with?
Yeah.
So I would say, like, and I
I
have done for other countries also, like some like Australia, right? Last year I did for clergy. I sent them this year's panchang also. Australian Clergy Association, I do not know
Hindu
what.
Council
Hindu
of Hindu
Council,
Council of Clergy, the Brahman, and
Brahmins, and I
I
did.
think the same name were posted in the page, but some other priests were mentioned there that
That is
are
not
incorrect.
my data. If they are
Yeah.
using it, that is not my data. I have to come clean. And then I have done for Auckland also. And then I think yeah, so we will be. So if you have any questions, guys, it's not. The reason I came live is not because I hate your questions. I do love your questions. Please send those questions on our way. And so that will be like. And then if you want to contact knowledgeable priests locally. So it's not that you have to always contact me. I believe in the spreading the knowledge. That's why I came live. I am giving you the rules. If I didn't care about spreading the knowledge, I wouldn't have even done this. So yeah.
Yeah, that's very nice, Panditji, and probably Pandit Bimalji wants to add few things here. He's dropped off or something for some reason. But yes, it was a big confusion, and everyone just created their own rules and their own interpretation because they have put some date, and some temples are trying to match with Indian time because the temple are run by some Indian organization, and they want to keep consistency with them. But I think it's very important to highlight and inform the general public and the Sanatan Dharma followers that we should keep our timing based on where you are located. You cannot just copy and do things which is happening around the world because the agam and shastra are based for your location, not only for India. And that's very clear. It's very well clean presentation here. We at least you have brought it for us, because whenever I asked you that please guide us, I have asked so many priests why they're doing on 8. No one was able to tell me exact reason why 8 have been selected for Australia. They just, like, some told me that, oh, because the Indian temple are doing in India 8, so we just following them. And this is why, yeah.
So let me add something to this one, right? If you want to use Indian calendars in abroad, if you so Vishalji, pardon me, I gave you your Melbourne calendar, right?
Yeah.
So you see the calendar explanation page, right?
Yep.
Can you open up and read the mantra, first mantra on that page? First mantra.
Yeah, I have to uh,
Okay, so I will basically share that
yeah.
one of my calendar, and let me show you that calendar. So that page.
Oh,
So
it's a Maharishi Vasishtha Yasme Paksha Yatra Kale
यस्मिन् पक्षे
Yadraka. Yep,
यत्र
yep,
काले येन
yep.
दृग्गणित्यकं
Itam. Yep.
दृश्यते तेन पक्षेन कुर्यात् इत्यादि निर्णयम्. So
Niranayam.
Maharishi
Yep.
Vasishtha says wherever you are,
Yep.
you have to use that location, and you have to calculate tithi, and based on that you have to do muhurta and tithyadi nirnayam based on that location. So if you are saying we want consistency with India, are you saying you are higher than Maharishi Vasishtha? Do you know who is Maharishi Vasishtha? Who is the guru of Prabhu Ramachandra? Remember this. He is the guru of Bhagirath, Sagar Raja. Who is Sagar Raja and Bhagirath? In the same lineage of the Ishwaku Vansh of Lord Rama. He is a Kula Guru. So I don't think we are even higher than them. I don't consider myself. So that's what, if I have add anything, uh, God, please forgive me, but I don't think uh, we do for many places, and this is correct. I can assure you that. And whenever you do that, I would like, don't trust me. You take any Indian panchang, Drik Ganita panchang, I would say Kal Nirnay, because I have seen their calculation. Date Panchang, Janmabhumi
Divakar,
Panchang,
Panchang Divakar.
Sandesh Panchang. I do not know them. Let me be
Okay.
very honest with you. So, but
Okay.
if you trust them, you can use them and try to match the calculations with different Panchangs. If the 90% Panchangs in India matches and one doesn't match, discard them. And then you use what you do is you do the add time difference, add or subtract, and then comes Panchanga Siddhanta, basically Agamas. Basically, that's where I come into the picture. Well, I do the mathematics and also Agama. So then you have to use the local sunrise, local sunset, local moonrise, local moonset. And there is a rule for every festival. It is not sunrise. So never ever. Sunrise is the fallback
I
when the
think
specified Muhurta time is not available.
Pandit Vimal is trying to join in again. If you wanna accept him,
Yes, yes, yes. I will
let me
add
know.
him
Yeah,
again.
he had some connection
So,
issue.
Vimalji, do you have anything to add?
No, no, I was just saying that the problem here is, Shastriji, that people just pick up the gentry or something, and they just, oh, okay, this is the time, and I will just edit, and this is the time here. They actually don't take into consideration other things like standard time, local time, and deshantar, and all those things as you mentioned.
Mhm.
And the other problem is, I'm will this. I'm not disrespectful to the people of India here in Australia, Fiji, and New Zealand. What they do, the same thing you said, that oh, here in Delhi we'll be doing at 3 o'clock. So make sure you join us Delhi time 3 o'clock, not the without adding or separating the time in there. So that means if 3 o'clock, if they are doing 4 o'clock in Delhi, then we should be also joining them at 4 o'clock Delhi time, not our time.
Well,
That's where the
now
problem is.
everybody has a phone, right? Everybody
Yeah,
has a
yeah,
phone, and there is an app. Well, clock. You can put
I
the
know, I know.
different time zone.
Yeah,
And
I know. Because
if I'm wrong,
sometimes
if I'm
I go
wrong,
into
please,
puja.
please. If I'm wrong, I would advise everybody pick up your phone, put the clock time. I have given
Yeah,
in my slide. So,
I've got,
so
yeah, yeah. Now,
so if I would say here, if I go to this particular slide, let me go
yeah,
to Sydney one. So put this time of India 21:58:03 time, okay,
yeah,
on March 8, and you will notice what time it will be in Sydney.
yes,
So the app. So if I'm wrong, you can validate by this way, very simple calculation. Use your clock app.
yeah.
Put the
That's
India time. You can use Delhi time, doesn't matter, because this timing Tithi is always standard hours. It's always standard time. It is not local time, because Tithi is always standard time. The festival determination comes with the local time, because for that sunrise, sunset, moonrise, moon time, moonset is all will require the local time, which will require longitude and latitude.
Yeah, and I suggest the pundits who have put in the date for 8th of March for Sydney, the which I saw on that website or that Facebook page. Probably they should also make a video, just like we are doing now. And they, if they can clarify where did they get that 8th March date from, but no one is coming
I
up
want
with
the
that.
calculation. So Vimalji, I want calculation, not just come on a video. Oh, bro,
I
trust me,
know.
because this is because what the calculation it was there, it didn't make any sense to me, to be
Yes,
honest with you. Okay, and with the
yes,
timing, it doesn't make any sense. What I saw, if somebody can make sense, please
yes.
do enlighten me. I am all
And I,
for learning new
yeah,
things.
yeah, I think we have done enough publicity, and we have put on a lot of sites. We have done enough explanation to the people here in Australia, Fiji, and New Zealand about the right date and time. And I think majority of the people are doing on the 9th.
So if
Only some
temples
people,
wants to
yeah,
do it on 8th, let them do it. But in your
yes,
home, I would say do it on 9. The
yes,
to fast, you have to do it on 9, because you
yes,
cannot do Mahashivaratri when Trayodashi is there. It is a
yes,
Pradosha.
yes,
You'll be still fasting if you have a Pradosha Vratam on 8th.
yes.
Okay.
The blood
If you're
starts
Pradosh
right there.
Vratam, yes, you'll be still fasting for
Yes,
Pradosh
yes,
Vratam. But those who are not doing Pradosh Vratam, they will be fasting on 9th for
yes,
Mahashivratri. As
yes,
simple. This is for Australia. For everywhere, like Australia, up to from up to Perth, is will be 8th. For all other places from east of Australia, east of Perth, will be on 9. So people in United States, Canada, India, they will be all fasting on March 8th and breaking
uh,
fast
yes,
on March 9. But people in Australia will break fast on March 10.
yeah, early
And
morning,
if you
March
are
10th.
only after doing Sandhya Vandanam, taking bath Sandhya Vandanam, and if you have to do Amavasya Tarpanam, you have to finish the Amavasya Tarpanam and then you have to break the fast.
Yes,
Simple as that. These rules are very simple, clear.
yes.
Thank you, Panditji. I think this is
Yep.
perfect and this is very clear. Hannah Pandit Vinolji, or
Yes,
I think we
very
always
clear.
talk about it.
It had been clear from a long time, but the problem was then when people started putting their own stuff on the Facebook and own calculations and all those things without taking into consideration the right method of calculation. That's where the
Mm.
problem came in.
and and then some promoted, oh, Triyodasi combining Shivratri is very good, but that's not a rule. It's just your
Shivratri, Mahashivratri has always been on a
Chaturdasi night,
Chaturdashi. The
a
normal
night of.
Shivratri comes in a month. Every month is no is Trayodashi. It says in Shiv Chalsa, Pandit Trayodashi ko lave. That's different, but the Mahashivratri has always been a with a component of Chaturdashi built in there.
Trayodashi is normal Pradosha.
Yes,
So it is normal Pradosha. And I will request everybody to share this link.
yes,
Okay. To share this link. Everybody, please share this link and then make it viral. Like, because so I want to spread the knowledge. Okay. So you can use our Facebook link, YouTube link, whatever floats your boat. Please use it and subscribe our channel My Panchang, and we have a Facebook page My Panchang Angam page. So please like our page. You will continue to get many good things there.
Uh,
So and also
thanks,
subscribe our YouTube channel.
thanks, Panditji. The only reason why we brought you in again, because we used your information to publish our Panchang in Melbourne, and we
Hmm.
used your data. So this is why we use your data, so that we have a backup when there is questions and arise issues from public. We have you to answer, and this is why we need a Panchang Siddhant like you makes Panchang, then is able to come back again and answer public queries, because public, at when time comes for the prayer, they get a bit hesitant with the different dates. So this is why we need someone like you, and probably in future going forward, I think Fiji is also looking forward. Some of the Sabha has already met you to
Yes.
take you to Fiji and clarify and verify their Panchang. So it will be a good thing for the society that we have someone who can speak on the rules, knows the calculations, and is able to come back online and explain and clarify things, isn't it, Pandit Bimalji? This is what was
And
missing.
it's not late. Like it's Shiratri is not over yet. If you still got 2 days there. If people want to rectify, they can rectify it now. It's easy, it's simple. Like people,
Mm.
just like when Shastri said, people make mistakes, right? Admit the mistake. Okay, don't admit the mistake, but you can always change the time and date here. It's still 2 days left for that. Yeah.
Yeah. ठीक है, बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you very
Yeah.
much, and thanks all, Pandit ji. And if
And
you,
I will always support you. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. My information is right there on the screen. If you see, it's right there on the screen. So uh, on Facebook at My Panchangam, another ID, YouTube My Panchang, on Twitch My Panchang, and on Instagram My Panchang, Twitter also My Panchang. So if you have any question, now, yeah, so X, so please contact me, feel free to call me, and I will be able to help you. With that, I would say dhanyavad. Thank you.
धन्यवाद धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद,
Radhe
शास्त्री जी
Radhe.
धन्यवाद.
Radhe
धन्यवाद
Radhe,
Radhe.
पंडित
शुभ शुभ शिवरात्रि शुभ हो आपको
Shubh
महाराज.
Shivratri. Radhe Radhe.
थैंक यू